असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ओम शांति शांति शांति। गजानना गजवदना गजानना गजवदना परशिवकुमार गजानना परशिवकुमार गजानना गजानना गजवदना गजानना गजवदना परशिवकुमार गजानना परशिवकुमार गजमुख गंभीर गजासुर संहार गजमुख गंभीर गजासुर संहार निरत निरंजन गणनाथा निरत निरंजन गणनाथा गजमुख गंभीर गजासुर संहार गजमुख गंभीर गजासुर संहार निरत निरंजन गणनाथा गणनाथा अद्भुत विग्रह अमराधीश्वर अद्भुत विग्रह अमराधीश्वर अनंत रूपा सच्चिदानंद अनंत रूपा सच्चिदानंद पाद नमस्ते गजानना पाद नमस्ते गजानना गजानना गजवदना गजानना गजवदना परशिवकुमार गजानना परशिवकुमार गजानना गजानना गजवदना गजानना गजवदना। Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyani Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidparam Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. The question raised by Devahuti: Nirvinna nitaram bhuman asadindriya darshanat yena svambhavyamanena prapannandam tamaprabho tasya tvam tamasondasya dushparasyaadhyaparakam satchakshurjanmanamante labdham me tvadanugrahat yadyo bhagavan pumsam ishvaro vai bhavan kila lokasya tamasandasya chakshussurya ivoditah adame deva sammoham apakrishtum tvamarhasi yovagroham mametiti etasmin yojitastvaya tantvāgataham sharanam sharanyam svabhritya samsārataro kutaram jignāsayaham prakriti purushasya namami saddharma vidam varishtam. Teach me about what is spirit and what is the matter. In fact, this is the very field of inquiry by all scientific experimentations. What is that which is called matter, and what is it that makes the matter alive? This is very interesting that in our scriptures, Vedanta is not specifically talking about God. Many people think that the Hinduism is also like any other religion talking about the God. In fact, in Upanishads, we find the discussion is not about God. It was about ourselves. The subject matter is Atma Vidya. So, religion as such would like to consider God as the creator, and we are all created. That's what all religions talk about. And therefore, what we should be doing is submit to His will and not inquire about who He is or what it is. Whereas Vedanta is not about subjecting ourselves to anybody's will. It is not slavery, it is freedom. And freedom cannot be under somebody's subjugation, under somebody's command. So the independence the disciple wants to achieve and the freedom the guru wants to impart must happen in a democratic setup. You cannot have "thou shalt listen to whatever I say and you will be free." The very fact that you are saying do's and don'ts, how can I be free? The very quest of freedom should be in an atmosphere of freedom. It is like one boss said to the employee, as soon as he joined, he said, "I am a very democratic person, just listen to me." How can there be democracy or freedom when you are expected to follow this and not that? The whole discussion in Upanishad is conversations. The disciple is allowed to ask any question he wants about the subject, of course. And the guru is expected to answer him to the satisfaction of his intellect. Thereafter, the guru would give him pointers to think about and leaves to him. You decide about it. So here also, when Devahuti, the mother, is asking him, please, I have jijñāsa. See, that word is used very beautifully. Jñā, to know. Jñātumichcha jijñāsa. Desiring to know. If it is about you tell me and I follow, there is no discussion here then. That's why your own children also, when they are young, they just listen to you, don't do this, don't do that. After some time, when you say, don't do it, why not? Do it, why should I? It is a natural course of human development, maturity of thinking. Your son or daughter has to ask that question, and you are supposed to answer that. If you say, I followed my father's do's and don'ts, you also follow. That doesn't work with them. So jijñāsa is the quest for knowledge. Jijñāsaya aham, because of I who having the quest for knowledge, I am coming to surrender to you. Gata aham sharanam. Sharanyam sharanam gata aham. I thus taken shelter in you, who is subject to be protecting me. And because, why should I do that? Because svabhritya samsara taro kutharam tvam. You are the one who is like an axe destroying the samsara tree of all of your disciples or devotees. Sobhritya samsara taroho kutharam tvam sharanyam gata aham jijñāsaya, due to the desire to know. And desire to know what? See, if you have studied the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is about the tree of life, isn't it? Urdhvamulamadaśākam ashvattam prāhuravyayam chandāmsi yasya parnāni yastam veda sa vedavid adaschordvam prasudastasya shākāha guna pravruddha vishaya pravālāha adascha mūlānyanusantadāni karmānubandhīni manushya-loke narūpamasye hatatopalabhyate. It goes like that. This samsara is considered as a vast tree. And the tree which is upside down, where the roots are above, branches are below. So what we are experiencing is only branches. Like if an organization is there and branches are there, but if you see what is the head office, it will be above. In the same way, this world is a mahavruksha, huge tree, and the root is above. Urdhvamulam ataśākam. And this vast universe called this Prakriti Vriksha or Prakriti Taru. Taru means the tree of worldly existence. In this tree, the root is above means what? Root is the unknown supreme reality which is the very cause of everything. But this tree is unseen. Narupamasye. It is not a particular form. That is the reason why when we say, I am suffering out of samsara, where exactly? Samsari is one who is somebody who is very sorry. This is called samsari. I am very sorry. Crying and lamenting and worrying and constantly. It's very sorry indeed. So this samsara is not a particular thing. The entire worldly living is samsara. Samsara taroho kutaram. So this very unseen, invisible samsara, how can we overcome that? to understand first of all clearly what is called the Prakriti, the matter, which is constantly changing, and under whose presence the change taking place, called Purusha. That's why she is asking, Prakritehe Purushasya Jignasaya, wanting to know what is matter and what is spirit. Namami, I am surrendering to you, saluting to you, because you are Saddharma Vidam Varishtam. You are the best one who knows the highest truth. Saddharmavit, the one who knows Saddharmam, Veti the Saddharmavit, Sarmavidam. Among them, you are Varishtam, you are the best. You know, you have to go only to the best of this teacher, right? So that you will get your answers. If you go to a teacher who himself is very doubtful about himself or herself, I have a doubt, even I have a doubt. Then how will you get any answer? If you go to a dentist who doesn't have a teeth, you know, so you better don't go because there's a problem there. So here, as an answer, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Yoga Adhyatmika Pumsam Mato Nishreyasaya Me Atyanto Paratir Yatra Dukkasya Sukasya Yoga Adhyatmika Pumsam Mato Nishreyasaya Me Atyanto Paratir Yatra Dukkasya Cha Sukasya Cha. Adhyatmika Yoga, Adi Atmika Yoga, Adhyatmika Yoga. This one which I am going to talk to you about is known as Adhyatmika Yoga. This is not a new thing. It is Atmajnanam. That is what it is. When you say yoga, it suddenly, as I have explained, it takes a new understanding. Meaning, knowledge is theory, yoga is practice. And as I said yesterday, science alone is not sufficient. It has to become a technology. Then only it is useful to everybody. In the same way, I am going to tell you about that absolute reality, how it should be practiced. Adhyatmika Yoga. And why it has to be, what about that? Pumsam Nishreyasaya. Pumsam, Purushanam. For everybody, every being, Nishreyasaya. It is for the sake of the best or the most good, most beneficial. The word Shreyas, as you know, as against prayers, Shreyas means that which is the good. Prayas means that which is pleasurable. That we have seen in many other texts also, especially in Kathopanishad it comes, Shreyascha prayascha manushyametah tausam paritya vivinakti dhiraha shreyo hi dhiro bi prayaso vrinite prayo mando yogakshemat vrinite. In our life, constantly these two paths are coming. The path of good and path of pleasure. We usually choose the path of pleasure. Very rarely we choose what is not pleasurable but good. And many times we choose the path of good only when majority is doing that. Majority of the people, when they choose, then only we choose that. But pleasure, we don't want the majority of the people to choose. Because it is pleasurable to me, I will do it. So, the choosing what is good, because it is something which will give me the benefit for a longer period of time. So, late night you want to have ice cream. You can. Nobody stops you. But then, every day if you start having that, then your weight will go on increasing only. So one very fat person came to a doctor and he said, see, I want to remove my obesity. Okay. Then his wife also walked in. She was also big. Then his son also, he was also big. So the doctor said, it looks like obesity runs in your family. He said very clearly, no, nobody runs in our family. If you want to maintain your health, what you should be doing is eat, no doubt, but you should know how to exhaust it also. It's garbage in, garbage out only. Nobody restricts you from eating, but you should know how to reduce it. And if you do not have a time or a willingness to do workout, then don't eat that way. You have to make a decision. So if you eat and if you do the workout, that is nishreyas. Not even eating, that is better nishreyas. You see, you make a decision, you want to eat, but then you should work it out. Intelligently, don't eat it. But what to do? Swamiji, ice cream. Ice cream. Somebody came to me, Swamiji, how about ice cream? Do. You didn't get it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. How about ice cream? You scream. I don't care. So, the point is, that decision not to take, that is nishreyas. Or if you have taken, you must definitely do workout. That is nishreyas. You understand what nishreyas means? That which is beneficial. And he says, pumsam, for everybody, whatever is nishreyas, me mataha, that is my opinion. That is what is called adhyatmika yoga. A spiritual life is not denial. It's discipline of thinking. If it is denial of things in the world, then it is not for a common man. Can you say, everybody who wants to realize absolute truth, yes, get into Himalayas. Then that place will be like New York only then. Everybody crowded there. So very intelligently, Bhagavad Gita and many other, you stay wherever you are, I will tell you what needs to be done. You don't need to go anywhere else. It is about knowing what to do and doing that correctly. It is not escape from the world. It is not running away from the facts and figures and situations of life. That's why Bhagavan Krishna also very clearly says, Nakarmanam anarambhat naishkarmyam purushoshnute nacha sanyasanadeva siddhim samadhigacchati. By not doing your work or escaping with the misunderstanding of what renunciation without knowledge, that is not going to help you. Therefore, Adhyatmika Yoga is that which is most beneficial to everyone. This is my opinion, and how it should be practiced. Yatra Atyanta Uparatihi, where it is complete cessation. Uparati means cessation, withdrawal, complete elimination. Uparatihi. Absence of what? Dukkasya sukhasya cha. That's a beautiful way of putting it. Both dukkha and sukha, both will not be there. My definition of uparati, you probably would know it. I have told you many times. It is a combination of shama and dhamma, both. Withdrawal of the senses intelligently and withdrawal of the mind also intelligently. What is it called? Say, it is withdrawal of the mind is what? Andar se koi bahar na ja sake. Meaning, from your mind, you should not be seeking things out. And when the world is there, bagar se koi antar na aa sake. Shama. Shama is where the world outside does not influence your mind, nor your mind is, Dhamma is, nor your mind is, Shama is where the mind is not going out, Dhamma is where the world is not getting into your head. सोचो कभी ऐसा हो तो क्या हो, वही उपरति है. That is called upparati, where the world outside does not get into your head is not going out into the world unnecessarily. And here the Kapila Maharshi says, that is avatar of Bhagavan Vishnu, Bhagavan Narayana himself, where dukkasya sukasya uparati. When we, in the worldly life, what we say, even when you're doing arti, what do you ask? Sukha karta, dukkha harta, vata, vignasi. Right? Ganesha is a sukha karta, dukkha harta. Some people make a mistake in there also. Sukha harta, dukkha karta. That is also, I think Swami yesterday in the camp also he was telling that. But when we are doing arti also, what we say, oh, all that is sukham, give it to me. All those dukkha nivritti, sukha prapti. But here he says, real spiritual life is where neither sukha is there nor dukkha is there. You rise above both. Dukkasya sukasya uparatihi. Then what life is this? Dukkha bhi nahi hai, sukha bhi nahi hai. It's like eating food with no spice, no salt. It's such a torture, I'm telling you. Sadhu food. Some kids have the tendency to eat rice as it is, with nothing. That is called uparati. So where you don't add any salt, no masala, no sambar, no rice, no dal. Sadhu. So it will be, you may feel that it is not going to be enjoyable at all. There is no sukham, there is no dukkham. So Bhagavan Krishna, many places he says, nirdvandvo nitya sattvasto bhava. Dvandva means, here sukha and dukkha means, it's a representative of all opposites. Extremes. So on the one extreme it is all sukham, on another extreme is all dukkha. But when you go to extreme, you are actually on the other side also. It's like a circle, Which is the extreme? You go to the extreme, you are already entering into the other one. That's why when you have too much of sukham, it is an entry into dukkham also. So extreme pain is no pain at all, finally. Extreme joy is absolute pain, finally. You will find that they cannot stay independent of each other. It's like two sides of the same coin. If you have one, it is waiting, the other one is waiting. It will come. Soon, very, very soon it will come. It is not a dark picture of life. It is not a very pessimistic picture of life. It is a realistic picture of life. Is it not that when we are growing up, we surely know there will be a time when we will be facing old age and poverty, old age and death. Poverty may not be there, but old age and death, definitely. If you do not want to get old at all, drink and drive. So, you will never get old. But that's not the right advice anybody would give you. So, uparati is where both are seen as false. They have no reality of its own. That is what is called as the mind in a placid condition, undisturbed by sukha and dukkha. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tado yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsyasi. Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, rise above these two pairs of opposites. So that is the state which is called Adhyatmika Yoga. It looks abstract to us, but really it is not so. Because if you see, simple example is, with my eyes I can see all colors, but what is the color of my eye? With the nose, I can smell all different smells. What is the smell of my nose? With the tongue, I can taste both bitter and sweet. What is the taste of your tongue? It's neutral, right? Only when it is in neutral, you can enjoy both, but own nothing. A mirror is there, it will show anybody who is ugly also, one who is beautiful also. Does mirror by itself does not have any ugliness or beauty? In the same way, when the mind reaches a state of equilibrium, neutrality, neither sukha nor dukkha will find any reality there. Now, let me give another example. Now you are all awake, right? I hope. But that doesn't mean that you don't want sleep. You want to sleep or not? Not now, but you want to sleep or not? What does it mean by sleeping? Letting go of this world. Don't you? Don't you let go of this world in another, not in another 1 hour, maybe in 2 hours' time. You just renounce the world. Why? It is no more relevant to you when you go to sleep. Because sleep becomes more relevant, more important to you than the worldly dealings. But then, after some time, you wake up because then that is also to be given up because I have things to do. And during the day you are busy. After that, you just leave this also, go to sleep. Don't you do that? Yes, sir. Yes. Now you eat the food, but if the food stays in you, then it's a problem. You have to get rid of it. Let it be there. Nice food, no? 2-3 days I ate and everything. Everything has a purpose, and the purpose is over. It has to get out from your system. Everything. You breathe in. You keep it breathing and then it won't come out or what? You have to breathe out. Breathing should be followed by breathe out. Similarly, joy should be followed by sorrow. Sorrow will be followed by joy. So why do you hold on to one thing and deny the other? Coming in has to be followed by getting out. That's why your Guruji would say, as soon as you get into the flight, first thing they tell you is how to get out. It's necessary. The flight goes up, it cannot stay there, it has to come down. You look at everywhere, it is the same. Unavoidable it is. And it is unintelligence that I hold on to one thing and I don't want the other. A man of maturity is one, he accepts both, but not disturbed by any one of them. Sukhasya dukkasya uparatihi. Where joy and sorrow will have no relevance. And if at all it is there, he knows the impermanence of it. Even while experiencing sukham, even this will pass away. Joy, even this will pass away. Gurudev used to say that. It is that the story is there, one king was there and he had a minister who was very smart. He told this minister, everybody calls you smart. You get me something which will make me happy all the time. Make me peaceful all the time. So finally he brought what do you call that? Band, wristband. What does it write? What is written there? Even this will pass away. So when you are in unhappy condition, read that. When you are happy, then also you read that. Neither that unhappy condition you are going through, that will be remaining, nor the unhappy condition which you are, that also doesn't remain. It doesn't stay for long. That is what is called uparati of sukha and dukkha. But it's very well easily, intellectually we can understand. But when we are in that situation of either extreme unhappiness or extreme joy, we don't realize this. It's like going on a cruise, First day when you go on a cruise, the two facing the ocean, your, balcony facing the ocean. You're so happy as soon as you get in and open all the windows, vast ocean. You stand there and take a selfie also. Like setting sun or rising sun. Next day morning you wake up, same motion. Nothing changed. You may probably enjoy one day. Second day onwards it's getting boring. I wish my balcony is facing the lobby, so I can see people at least. What this water. Same way, blue ocean only. First day you take pictures, you're enjoying it. The next day the same picture, same is there. What is nothing changed? Fourth day you would feel like getting back home. So boring it is. Because everything has its own temporary joy it can provide. After that it will have to show its impermanent nature. You get bored. So all things have this temporariness, you realize this. So don't hold on to it. That is what is considered as uparati. Therefore, here continuing in the verse 7, he says, Tamimam te pravakshyami yamavocham puranage rishinam shrotu kamanam yogam sarvanga naipunam Tamimam te pravakshyami yamavocham puranage rishinam shrotu kamanam yogam sarvanga naipunam. Imam yogam, this very yoga, I have explained to you what that yoga means. Yoga is not any physical exercise or a posture. It is that which takes you towards moksha. That is what is called yoga really. Yoga is a marga or a path, a pantha towards moksha. Mokshasya pantha yoga. The path that leads you to liberation, that is what is called yoga. So by action, purification of the mind, etc. When you go, it's become karma yoga. Bhaktya, then bhakti yoga. Jnanena, then jnana yoga. Dhyanena, it becomes dhyana yoga. So, pantha here, yoga is what? Tamimam yogam, that which, very yoga, which rishinam shrotu kamanam, to all the great saints who are desirous to listen and realize, shrotu kamanam, sarvanga naipunam, with all aspects, yam avocham, that which I have spoken, pura, in the past. Te anage, O sinless one, te pravakshyami. I will tell you about that. In other words, I will tell you about that very yoga which I spoke in the past to all the great rishis and munis who are desirous to learn about this. See, it is not something new which I have created today. Bhagavan never says that I am creating new knowledge for you today. It is not. This is the ancient path. Why it is ancient path? Because the truth is the ancient, which is immortal, and it is eternal. The path towards that also immortal and eternal. Since the very object of the goal itself is eternal, the path also has to be eternal. That's why it is said, Satyena panta vitato devayana in Upanishad. This very devayana means the very path towards the reality is Satyena vitata. It is spread by truth. That's why Satyameva jayate nanrutam in Mundaka Upanishad. It is truth alone wins, not the untruth, because the path towards reality is the path of truth. Because the reality, the absolute is Sat. And the path towards that cannot be Asat. Very simple. So if you want, let us put it this way. What is the purpose of moksha? if anybody asks. One person came to me, and when it was a long time back, I was in Bangalore somewhere. And he was in share market and this and that, and he used to attend my class on Upanishads. And the share market obviously goes up and down all the time, like our heartbeat also goes away like that. So once it was very low and everything was going left and right, and he was so depressed. So he came to me and said, Swamiji, I just want moksha. So I said, how is your share market today? That is my question, because otherwise you won't ask about moksha and all those things. It's very bad, I want moksha. I said, sit down. What do you understand as moksha? You tell me that. What do you think is moksha? आप जो बता रहे हैं वो ही है. It is easy to say. What is moksha? Whatever you are saying, that is what moksha is. It doesn't matter what I say. What you understand as moksha. Moksha is where I will not be born again. That's many people think, no rebirth. I said, just because you don't be born again, that is moksha. Is that what you think? No karma anymore. Yes. Then stop doing everything. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है स्वामी जी. If you do not be born again, then stop doing what you are doing. Take to renunciation. No, I said, that's not the way. Moksha bhi chahiye. I don't do any of these things, but moksha hona chahiye. See, I said, if you want moksha or liberation, the path should be liberation only. If I want to achieve happiness, is the path should be dukkham? The goal is happiness, means the path should be what? The goal is truth, the path should be untruth? No. If path I want to reach, I want health as my goal, let us say, but I eat whatever comes on my way. Is that possible? Then you are doing such totally contradictory. If the path, if the goal is ultimate happiness, the path also should be joyful. Some people say, "Main sadhana kar raha hu." Why are you crying? If your goal is happiness, how can the sadhana be unhappiness? It's contradictory. इतना पढ़ना चाहिए स्वामी जी, हो क्या? Who told you? Bhagavan said, read this, then you will get moksha. He doesn't say that. So the path that we are walking must be reflecting the goal. If the goal is happiness, the path has to be joy only. That's why, whether like it or not, all our names end in Ananda. Ishwarananda. You're supposed to be Ananda, whether you like it or not, because your name is given like that. I am Ishwarananda. And why are you crying? For what? So, the path that moksha, so we should just understand what moksha means really. Where there is no more limitation, conditioning, and there is no more influence of the world in your mind. You are not dictated by the situations outside. That is called freedom. The freedom is where you are no more limited by, conditioned by, dictated by anything outside you, including your own body, including everything that you think you are. Is it not sitting? So I am going to tell you that path. Imam yogam prabhakshami yam avocham. So the path that I am going to tell you is about the most ancient reality, and therefore the knowledge about that is also ancient. Pura. Pura means even before time. As in the 4th chapter also he said that Pura Prokta Mayanaga. I am talking to you about that knowledge which is spoken by me long time back. That itself I am going to give you now. Rishinam Shrotukamanam Yogam Sarvanga Naipunam. Sarva Anga, of all aspects. Nipunam means the skill. The skill of that absolute knowledge which I am going to give you in all details. Please listen carefully. Okay. Now, here starts the first step. Who is getting liberated? This is a very favorite question. People ask me this. Swamiji, yes, I've been studying Upanishad and Gita. Yes. Who actually is getting liberated? I tell them, first thing that gets liberated is your book. Keep first outside. Because with the book you don't go anywhere. When we teach in the Sandipani also, and I tell the students at the end of the entire course, again it fell, at the end of the course, your people, from home, what have you studied? Truck is coming. Whole truck of books are coming. It doesn't matter how many books you have read, what is here is what is most important. Isn't that true? What you have understood is what you are going to live with. Your book may have many information, many things, but what you are going to live with? What you have understood? What your experience has been? The book can only give a guidance. But what you have to do is to experiment it yourself. And the first thing that comes on the way between me and the state of liberation is the mind. So the entire discussion in Upanishads, Gita, everywhere you will find Mana eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayoh. Mind alone is the cause of bondage and liberation. This is over and over and over, it will come to you in many different ways. Gita also says very clearly that one's own mind is one's friend, one's own mind is one's enemy. Atmaiva atmana bandhuhu, atmaiva ripuratmanaha. Mind alone is a friend, mind alone is an enemy. So Kapila Rishi also, he says that I have to reiterate this point. What? Mind. Now you see here he says, Chetak kalvasya bandhaya muktaye chatmano matam guneshu saktam bandhaya ratam va pumsi muktaye chetak kalvasya bandhaya muktaye chatmano matam guneshu saktam bandhaya ratam va pumsi muktaye. First line is standard. Bandhaya kalu Atmanaha bhuktaye bandhaya cha kalu chetaha. Mind alone is the cause. Bandhaya mukte cha atmanaha chetaha kalu madam. My opinion is mind alone indeed is the cause of bondage and liberation. Both. Now let me put it this way. Now you are all listening, most of you. Now when you are listening, who's listening? Your clothes. What is it? Your ears? Ears are listening. You are neither the body, the physical body, the clothes that you wear, or the physical ear is listening. The listening is done by your mind. And whatever I am saying or whatever you are reading is converted as thoughts only. What you understand is a thought that is happening in your mind, influenced by what I am saying or what you are reading, whatever. In all various experiences of life, seeing, hearing, tasting, smelling, touching, walking, talking, all these experiences of life are converted into thought, and that only we understand. Everything is converted into thought. Whether it's anger is a thought, love is also a thought. Seeing is a thought, hearing is a thought, smelling is a thought, touching is a thought. Everything is thought only. Without the experience or interaction converting into a thought, we will not understand it. And the seat of thought is known as chetaha, chetas. Chetas, that chetaha, mind, itself is, when it has thoughts that are conditioning itself, it is called bondage. And when the mind becomes free of thoughts, it becomes moksha. Simplest way of putting it. When does the mind get hold of thoughts of conditioning nature? Guneshu saktam bandhaya. When the mind is caught up in seeking pleasures out of objects, guna means vishayas also. We'll come to that. I'll give a clarity on that word a little later. Guna means, one meaning is quality, another meaning is object, vishaya. When I am caught up with the engaging in the objects of the world, bondage. Now, let us look at this way. I have eyes, and there is a beautiful flower. Now, with the eyes, I see the beauty of the flower, but not the smell. Correct? So, with the eyes, I cannot attach to the smell of the flower. Think. With the nose, I cannot get attached to the beauty of the flower. With the eyes, I cannot get attached to the taste of the flower. With the eyes, I cannot attach to the softness of the flower. So a field is given to the eyes. In that field, whatever it comes, it will get attached to only that. Gunaha guneshu vartante. Krishna very beautifully clarifies this point. That guna guneshu vartante. The quality of a thing and the quality of another only can have attachment. The quality of eyes is to see the form. And if anything does not have form, eyes cannot get attached to that. I am attached to space. With what? Eyes. Can't even see it. You cannot get attached to the formless through your eyes. That which does not have a smell, how can the nose get attached to that? That which does not have any taste, how can the tongue get attached to that? You understand that? So gunaha means the qualities that are there expressing through the sense organs get attached to the qualities expressed or contained in the objects. So if I am a person who like to have spicy food, let us say, why I like spice? Because I don't have a spouse. Anyway, so the spicy food, and you give me a food which does not have any spice at all, no attachment at all. You keep it in front of me, I'll meditate on it, but never go near that. Why? Because it doesn't have, I don't have the inclination towards that, because the quality which I am holding on to is not there in that. So when I am getting attached to a quality, that quality, wherever it is expressed, I'll get attached. Let me go deeper into that. We all know there are three basic qualities of Maya. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Whichever be the quality predominant at any given point of time, relevant objects only I will get attached to. Now, most of you are in sattvic mood. Most of you. Because we are discussing on some knowledge. And therefore, you are able to comprehend the knowledge. If one of you is still thinking about not Starbucks, Tim Horton, right here, what coffee you have? If thinking about that, this will not be an interesting thing to you. When does Swamiji end? I'll go and have a coffee. Why? Because your rajas is what you are attached to, and therefore that rajasic nature of you seeking some external pleasure through sense organs, sense objects, at this point your intellect will be dull. Similarly, dull to the extent it is extrovertedly seeking, or you had a very tiring day and a lot of physical work you did, exhausted, tamas, and your wife insisted that you should be here. The watch is not even moving, and he keeps on talking also. So you are looking for the time when it should end. Why? Tamas. So according to the guna you are attached to, so will be your bondage. That's why he says, guneshu saktam. According to your attachment, identification with the qualities of the rajas, sattvas, tamas, so will be your attachment to the world outside. When you are released from these gunas, at that very moment is liberation. And how do I get liberated from the qualities which are inherently present in me as well as in the objects outside? Can I have any experience in my life where it is not sattva, it is not rajas, it is not tamas? When I am tamasic, I feel lethargic, lazy, go to sleep. When I am in rajas, I am extrovert, going extrovertedly and seeking things outside. When it is sattva, I am thinking. I go through these three constantly, and therefore I do not see any time when I am not having this, nor there is anything in this world which is not having these qualities. One of the qualities is there. Beautifully here he says, Pumsi Ratam Muktaye. Very beautiful. This you will not find anywhere else. You will not find even in Gita this statement. It is not you have to cross over the qualities of gunas. He says, understand the one who is functioning through all of them, that is Bhagavan. And if you are attached to Bhagavan, if you are attached to the Lord, you get released immediately. Ratam, reveling, Pumsi, Purushe. At the very moment you start enjoying everything in this world, don't deny it, but not to appease your senses or the mind. You understand it is Bhagavan, it is the Lord. At that very moment you become free of the bondage. That is why prasada buddhi. Anything that comes to your life, anything that you experience in the life, you understand, through that Bhagavan is trying to meet me. I am in touch with the Lord only. When you are in touch with the Lord, you don't have attachment to it. So that is the way to come out of this, the hold of Prakriti. This is the secret of liberation. Guneshu saktam bandaya ratam va pumsi muktaye. Muktaye ratam, bandaya asaktam, bandaya saktam. So saktam and ratam, that's what you need to understand. One is attachment, that will create bondage. When you revel in the Lord, that creates liberation.